Korea, my friend, as a weekend gone by, a weekend full of action, full of controversy, full of floods, full of fun, depending on whom you ask. If you ask me, I had a great time. I had a really good time. Went to a Lava Springs, southern part of Oregon. Enjoyed my day there, my 2 days with my lady. A weekend of birthday celebration. Yes, talking of celebrations, some are celebrating victories that are controversial. Let me just go right into NCAA championship in Arkansas this last weekend. Controversy, villains, altar boys, the whole idea of who wins at all cost. You win, you don't win. A few hours later, you are disqualified. I'm talking about the 3,000 meters final for the NCAA. I've watched it 3 times already. Zoomed in, slow it down, see what happened. The headline is NCAA indoor man Colin Salmon wins controversial 3,000 via DQ, blah, blah, blah. The headlines read. And I'm here saying, I didn't just read. I wanted to see what happened. What did I see? I saw the same old officials, just looking for a villain and ignoring the true villain. The true villain in this race is not Samuel Habtom of New Mexico. Let's just be honest and let's just leave it as is. Without dropping the race card here, the officials, you can tell, they wanted to find out whom they can disqualify. And the potential double winner, Habtom Samuel, was right there, or Upton. I'll be saying Upton, it's Upton Samuel. Eritrean, some Ethiopian, Somali. I don't know his background, but he's not from America. I'll leave that hanging there in the room. It's the elephant in the room, and he was an easy victim here. If you watch that race, just be just be an outsider. Just be a somebody who is very neutral. Watch the race, the 3,000 meters final. Just watch it with your just open mind, open eyes. Be a keen student of athletics. Watch the traffic. Watch as they go into that last 200 meters. Don't get me started here because Colin Salmon was set to go maybe win this race, but he was laboring. You can tell people when they are laboring. Okay, you can tell the body. He's talking at the post interview that he was going to sprint away, he was going to run away. He wasn't running away from anybody. So he's laboring and he slows down everybody in the back straight. Here comes the Villanova villain. I don't know why we don't like exposing villains. It is because for Villanova, so they're altar boys, they're innocent. Because when you are in traffic, when the police officer comes to investigate any traffic accident on the road, is the one they look at is who was behind or who came from the side that they could have seen was in front of them. If you hit anybody from the back, that's what I'm trying to say, you are the villain. So who causes this avalanche of, pushing, shoving, and people saying that Habtom was the one who is to disqualified. Yeah, they isolated the whole incident. They zoomed in very analytically. They took their time, so I'm told. And they said, you know what? Marco Langon, the Villanova villain, made a run and then leaned into the other athletes on the curve. He's trying not just to pass them, but he's trying to pass them and cut. Where you just trying to use the minimal effort. So what does he do? He kind of makes that run for the back or the second lane, but he doesn't even stay in the second lane. He quickly wants to surge and cut in front of Habtom. Habtom has no other way to get out. He can't get out. He's trapped. And by the way, Colin is laboring. He's not moving as fast as he's claiming at the end of the race that I was going to sprint. He's laboring, so he's slowing everything down. Habtom is trapped. And if you are driving, you have to either brake, you're going to be bumping into people, and his arm seems to extend to both sides because he's thinking he might go down. But that's not what the officials are looking at. They are saying he impeded. He impeded the altar boy, Colin Salmon. And the villain, Michael Langon, is out of the investigation. Nobody's talking about him. It's as if he didn't cause this problem at all. Yet the avalanche, the falling, the controversy begins with Michael Langon. Don't get me started here. You can watch the tapes. It begins with him. He's the one who instigates it. He's the one who initiates it. His actions, or lack of, causes both Habtom Samuel and Colin Salmon to have a moment of, what do I do now? For Colin to say that he was impeded just by one person, Habtom Samuel, or even the officials claiming that, is an overblown case of just looking at a villain that wasn't. Because when you look at that race closely, and even the end of it was just spectacular, because both of them, Habtom and Colin, as much as it happened maybe a few meters before the home straight, they gave their best. It was the best race. And for me, if I was to be an official who is fair, Michael Langon should not be, his name should not be on the finishing athletes in that race at all. And that race, to be honest with you, it was a great 3,000-meter final. They should have left it as is. But of course, North Arizona is going to file a complaint. They don't want these guys to double up 5K that he had won and 3K. Colin had won the DMR with his team, but that's not enough. He needs individual glory. So you have to give the altar boy, Colin Salmon, a DQ race. And Habtom goes home a victim for me. I had to bring another story that just raised me a little bit of a bias, and a bias that sometimes you wonder, what are they looking at? The event was Faith Kipyegon and Goudet Segei, 5K. You remember that one. Paris. Faith is an easy victim here. She's an easy villain. I take it back. They disqualify her, but they reinstated her. Habtom Samuel, to me, here, is not a villain. The villain is the Villanova Michael Langon. And his actions, his villain actions, causes the mayhem in these great 3K finals. And for me, the officials, as great as they say, they need to show us where it's written that if somebody in the back of the race decides to cause mayhem, to cause a stumbling and people losing their strides, he is not disqualified. Instead, you are disqualifying somebody who is trying to steady his strides, trying to make sure he doesn't trip Colin Salmon, because he was right behind him. He's making an effort. I'll touch you, but I won't push you. But they say he did impede him and cause. And they still say the real villain, Michael Langon, gets away with crime here and is a shame on that great 3K final. I tell you what, I don't know where to put the blame. But the officials are getting old. They are getting for me in a way that they are just looking at one thing and one thing only. They don't go back and investigate where did it start, because it starts somewhere. It doesn't just start from what they saw at the end. Just because if Habtom doesn't win, let's just say, for instance, he comes second. Do they disqualify him? Do they? Or they just say, okay, Colin, you got impeded, but you found a way and you won. That's my question, because if Habtom Samuel doesn't win this race, I guarantee you there's no controversy at all. But because he wins against the altar boy, Colin Salmon, the American officials, I hate to say this, will come out and tell us something else that we didn't see. I'm disappointed. But I give you this. There's something else that is playing out there, but I won't be the one telling you. Let me go to another race that was fascinating to me. Oh, well, the coronation. I like the news clip. People are coronating. In fact, some people are suggesting Jen Hedengren should go professional now. She's a junior right now. She's what? She's a freshman. She should go professional because she's beaten Doris Lemgole in 3,000 meters and 5,000 meters indoor. Now she's declared herself as the legit distance runner in America. People even bring the name of Mary Slaney. People are bring the name of the legends of this country in the distance running. We are very quick to coronate. This country is so it's just stooped. We just want the next big thing. And Jen Hedengren wins the 5,000 on Friday, a race that I thought Doris could have done it. I had to swallow my words. But here comes Jen, the BYU darling. She wins both the 5K and the 3,000. And people are already saying she's the next big thing. Is she? You remember Mary McCain? Remember she came out of high school, even skipped college, went professional quick? We've had a history in this country that we are very fast to say this is the next big thing to go to the moon. Well, I'll give her what she did. She had to run against what she was given. She beats a good field, by the way. She does. And I have to give her that. But that's all I'll give her. She beat a good field of even Gladys Chemngetich from Clemson. They were on the field. Pamela Koskei from New Mexico was in the field. It didn't matter. It's what she did. She wins by almost 7 seconds in the 3,000. I wouldn't even talk about the 5K on Friday. She won by 3 seconds against Doris Lemgole. What people are saying, I'll zoom in a little bit on this story of victory. It's great for American distance running. America is looking for that, which is good for America. Collegiate has always produced the best. Susie Hamilton, like I said, Mary Slaney, Decca Slaney, whatever her name was. But if you didn't notice something that people don't pay attention is that Doris Lemgole has been carrying an injury. And the injury is Achilles. I'm not surprised. She's injured. I'm not. I'm not surprised Doris Lemgole was even beaten in the 5,000 meters. She was carrying an injury. She didn't run the 3,000. Some people cited her wearing a boot, which tells me there's a problem in her feet, in her leg. And that's why she lost the 5K and she doesn't show up in the 3,000. You want to tell me right here that the best of Doris Lemgole would have let Jen Hedengren beat her this bad? You want to tell me, America, you want to sit there and coronate Jen Hedengren on a field that are no super Doris Lemgole in her best? You want to tell me that? You want to tell me if they meet on a neutral ground in 3,000, 5,000, anywhere, anytime, Lemgole is healthy, no injuries, you want to tell me she's going to beat Doris? Well, you can say that now because she's injured. Because I tell you what, there's one thing people, you have to pay attention to the history of indoor season, college, professional, like not even professional. Remember, Doris Lemgole went to Tokyo for World Championship, came back, did cross country, went indoor season, and I tell you, it's gonna break down somewhere. She's broken. She might be injured, and she's injured. And it's taken a toll on her. It's not just Jacob Embriston with Achilles injuries, my friend. Anybody. In fact, the rumor has it that Saint Pierre, Elle Pierre, the 3,000 meters professional runner, might be injured and might be out for the rest of the season. People get injured. And when they get injured, the competition goes down. And Jen Hedengren had an opening. She took care of it. She's a double winner, indoor, 5,000, 3,000. I'll give it to her. But it's not because Doris was not there. She was there, but she was carrying an injury. And mark my words, and I'll tell you this, anybody can bet on this. This is an aberration. You can coronate her all you want, but you can coronate her before she's really tested. She hasn't been tested yet. She's a freshman. The future might look great, but Doris is still going to beat her when she's healthy. My take, my friend. NCAA controversy. Are you kidding me? What was that all about? Controversy? It was robbery. You don't rob an athlete like Hampton Samuel, Colin Salmon, and you let go of Marco Langon, the villain from Villanova. It's an annoying scene to watch people who are not paying attention to the race and what really happened. It's robbery, not controversy, because they robbed a great legit double winner, Hampton Samuel, of winning that 3,000. Instead, they give it to the altar boy from North Arizona. Where are we going with this, my friend? It's not what we want to see. Sometimes things happen, but you have to look at the facts. You have to look closely. It's easy to take it from the winner, like even the Botswanese winner, who just stares down at an athlete and says, gotcha. He got disqualified. Yes, not disqualification is just annoyingly unfair. That's my